Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria, and I make personal development or self-development content here on YouTube. And so in today's video, I really wanted to come on here and speak about the biggest reason that I have found um, that a lot of people struggle with seeing the life or the things that they desire out of life and the changes that they want to see within your life. And something that I even had to realize about myself when I was struggling and my personal development journey and trying to figure out how to get closer to my dreams and closer to the things that I want to see happen for me. And that number one reason why most people are not able to make it really where they want to make it in life is because they spend more time blaming others than they do on looking within. And when I say this, I am genuinely saying this in the most honest but real way. I think a lot of times as humans, we often want to blame other people for the reason why we make decisions that we make or the reason why we have the type of life that we have. And I think when I started looking within and saying, okay, although there are so many different aspects to why I am the way I am. So, for instance, like me, I used to be a type of person who was more like anxiously attached, right? I always loved using that example because that's something that was a huge struggle for me. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out some of my other videos about like what anxiously attached person really means. And I'll make some more content on that as well. But I was the person who like always like wanted like my partner near me at all times, and like I was just like, oh, like if you love me, like why wouldn't you want to be near me all the time? And then I'm just like started to blame my partner, like, oh, like clearly, clearly I care more about this relationship than you do, right? And it's such an unhealthy way of thinking. And then so then you start saying, well, you know what, if this relationship doesn't work out, then that's your fault. It's your fault because you're choosing not to spend as much time with me as I want you to. And it's like, again, you are now placing the blame on somebody else for the reason why things are not working out the way you want them in your life. And that is a huge control issue, but that is also a big deflection tactic because you're not looking within. You're not saying to yourself, why am I so anxiously attached? Why do I feel like I always have to have this person around me? And I think subconsciously, a lot of times we know that it's unhealthy, the fact that we want that person around all the time, but we don't know how to stop feeling that way. Like we just get so fixated on the fact that that person is not doing whatever that they can do to make us feel better. And so then we start playing the blame game. And then, of course, for that person, like if you go and start blaming them for something that they did or the reason why the relationship isn't working out, then they're just going to say, you know what, like I'm good. Like I'm good. Like there's no reason why you're blaming me solely for the reason why the relationship isn't working out. And when you also think about it, no one is ever going to take your blaming well, right? Like as humans, we're naturally just like on the defense, and it's hard for us sometimes to just be like, all right, I'm going to take all these attacks, especially if you are confident in knowing that, you know what, although I may fall short sometimes, there's a certain way that you can articulate those things to me and not make me feel like I'm the worst person in the world. So if you're saying to someone, oh, you know what, like I just want to spend all this time with you, but I don't understand how you don't want to spend all this time with me and how you don't want to be with me 24/7 the way I want to be with you. And I saw this post on social media that said like it won't be hard to want to be around the person that you love all the time. And it's like, no, you got to think about too. This is just like a little quick side note. You got to think about too that every post that you see on social media is from a person who is going through or has a certain type of mindset. And so sometimes you're going to have posts on social media that come from a very unhealthy mindset, like a very insecure attachment, for instance. And so it's so easy to just say, okay, because I identify with this, now that must mean that the other side is wrong. So because I'm like, we need to spend all this time together, and I see posts on social media that say the same thing, that must mean that my partner is wrong, right? Like, and it's like, no, you're wrong, I'm right. And this is when the blame game starts. And then now there's no resolution because it goes nowhere. And now potentially the relationship has ended. And so I think that it's so easy, like, to just try to spend our lives just trying to blame others and really avoid looking within. And when you spend more time trying to get to know yourself more, and I think a lot of times people kind of misconstrue that idea of getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself literally means in all aspects. It means getting to know why you think the way you think, getting to know why you are the way you are. All those things are important intricacies of personal development. And those are all important things that are going to help you get the things that you desire out of life and have like the relationship you want, have the friendships that you want, have the job that you want, have the friendships and the family members around you that you want, all those things. Like everything will come together, but you got to stop blaming other people for the reason why you are in the condition that you're in. So, like, for instance, maybe you are not at the type of job that you want to be at, or you're not making the amount of money that you want to make. Well, guess what? It's time to turn it up. It's time to turn it up. If you need to go back to school, you got to do that. If you need to just switch this to a different job with some more opportunity to grow, you got to do that, right? Like you cannot blame the job and say, oh, well, they just don't give me opportunity. Instead, they want to give Sally all this opportunity, but they don't want to give me all this opportunity to be able to grow. Okay, you peep that, you evaluate that, and you say, is this something that I want to stay in? Is this helping me grow? Is this helping me develop to the place that I want to be? If the answer is no, then that's when you have to make those decisions. But the biggest reason that I find a lot of people stay where they are and they cannot grow is because they are too busy blaming other people and not spending enough time within. So that's really it for me for today's video. I really just want to come on here and share this with you all because I think it's so important to kind of understand what's holding you back, what may be holding you back from being at that place where you really want to be. And I've just found from, like I said, from my own experiences and also from client experiences and just everyday experiences, I really realized that it has a lot to do with the mindset of blaming other people for the reason why you are in life, and taking those efforts and now placing them within and saying, where can I grow? Where can I develop? Where can I do better? Rather than trying to control those outward things. Because guess what? At the end of the day, there's really no way for us to be able to control things that are out of our control. But we can always control ourselves and the way that we react and the way that we handle those things. So again, that's really it for me. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I will be sure to check them out. Also, feel free to visit my website as well. You'll see that down below in the bio, in the video description as well. Check out my latest blog post, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.